Adagietto from Mahler's Fifth Symphony is one of his most famous pieces. It was originally written as a love song and a tribute to his wife, Alma. In a letter she wrote, it was revealed that there was a poem that went along with the piece. The poem goes, "In which way I love you, my sunbeam, I cannot tell you with words. Only my longing, my love, and my bliss can I with anguish declare." The piece is about a yearning, almost painful love. In modern times, Adagietto was most frequently used in memorials for 9/11. I'm analyzing the piece to show that the music carries meaning for both Mahler's love and the grief around 9/11, and in fact, it's because of the way Mahler wrote this love piece that it is so applicable for 9/11 memorials. In Hepikowski and Darcy's Elements of Sonata Theory book, they describe types of major and minor sonatas, and how their transformation of keys correlate to a narrative schema. The kinds of narratives they propose are tragedy, comedy, irony, and romance. The romance narrative is attributed to major sonatas that begin in a major key, develop in a subordinate key, and recapitulate in the original major key. Adagietto follows this narrative, making it a romantic narrative. Here are excerpts from the beginning, middle, and end to show this progression. While this narrative establishes romance, I'd like to point out that the beginning and the recapitulation are the softest parts of the piece, while the development is the loudest part and quite stark in comparison. The resolution to the original key is also very quiet, perhaps the quietest part of the whole movement. This serves as a good metaphor for grief. It's such a painful emotion, and so the middle tumultuous section fits grief, while the quiet resolution shows that it can be overcome, but it's still often bittersweet. This makes it a piece well fitted to 9/11 memorials, as many people who attend have felt some kind of grief over the situation, and even though years have passed, the pain is not forgotten. Another aspect of the movement that fits both situations well is the use of held dissonance and dominance. In the very opening bars of the piece, the first thing we hear is the violas holding out a C, which is the dominant since the beginning is in the key of F. In bar 2, the first violins ascend to an E with a molto ritardando, making the E the note that's held the longest. In bar 3, the first play another held out E, while every other instrument plays notes in the F major chord. This creates a longing effect as listeners want to hear the resolution. Let's hear that ourselves. In the last 5 bars, another strong tension is created. The first violin line descends from C to a final resolution on A, but holds out the B, which is the fourth of the key in F, and therefore dissonant. This is mirrored in the bass line, where they descend from A to F, but hold out the G, the second of the key, and also dissonant. These both happen while the cellos hold out a C, the dominant of the key. It then resolves to an F major chord quietly. Let's hear that. This use of drawn-out dominance and dissonances creates a strong sense of yearning in the listener, much like the yearning Mahler felt for his wife. It also represents the pain people feel when reminiscing on a tragedy like 9/11.